Welcome back to part 2 of my craft room cleaning and organization. I certainly did not plan on having a two-parter, but the video was just so long that I felt it needed to be 2 videos. So please enjoy the second half of my craft room organization and cleaning motivational video. My bills won, the lighting is still bad, I took a little nap, and now I'm hopefully going to finish this project. I think a lot with like the last project I did down here in the basement, I am avoiding like the biggest Christmas mess. So I really need to get to that. I think my problem is I don't really know where I'm going to put everything. And there's just still a mess. This is more of just cleaning the mess, I guess, than it is organizing maybe, because I do have a lot of the stuff organized. It's just not put away. I made a lot more headway and progress than I had realized before I took my break to go watch the game, and I decided I would pick up all of the Christmas stuff that I had been avoiding and start cleaning the floors first. There was glitter everywhere, not really sure which project it came from, but that was all over the place, along with just a bunch of other junk that was on the floor, so I started with that and got that cleaned up first. Once I swept up the floors, I started working on some of the bins that were on the shelves across from where most of my craft things are. They definitely need to be cleaned off more than once. They're so dusty and gritty. And I started going through them. It might seem weird to some people that I have like a box full of rocks and sticks and twigs and driftwood, but I was using that for when my daughter and I were making fairy houses. So I went through that and then went through the other bins and got them organized to make sure that they had like things in them so they weren't just scattered all over the place. Alright, I'm pretty much in the home stretch. I just took care of 4 bins. These ones right here that were on the shelf across from where the kitty litter sits, and they're just too dusty. I know they're going to get dusty over here too, but at least they'll be closer to my craft bench. I have 2 other bins right next to me too that are the same size that I just got all organized. Now it's just a matter of finding some place to put them and then going through the rest of all the Christmas things. I did go through some of the Christmas things. I have a lot of pine cones. I got a lot from the thrift store, and I guess I didn't realize how much I had because I already had some down here. So like I still have this whole bag of pine cones I got for $3.50. At the thrift store that I have to find something to do with, but now it's just down to all of my Christmas crafts that I don't know what to do with, so I just have to find a home for them for now and see what works. Okay, so the contents of everything that I just put out in front of me is just from one bag. Some of this already has a home. Some of it, like I have a container for all of my glues and my glitters. I didn't use a lot of the stuff that I bought for my 25 Days of Christmas series, which is fine because I will eventually end up using it, especially since I'll have a clean space to craft in now. So now it's just about finding homes for all of this stuff. Alright, I think I've decided, well, it's not the most ideal thing in the world. I have this one purple bin left, And I think I'm just going to neatly try to get everything that's left from Christmas into this bin, because I really don't have any other bins to put stuff in right now, and I'm not buying anything extra or anything else because I just don't need it and I don't have any place to put it if I did. So I think I'm just going to load everything into this purple bin and then we're almost done. Okay guys, I've done it, and I have landed on what I am calling organized chaos, because while it may still appear messy, it is way cleaner than it was, and I know where everything is and what is in every bin. The bins are organized, and they're categorized, so you know, like things are with like things. I can see the floor now, which is something you could barely see before. And I definitely have a workspace now to work on. And I don't think I mentioned it to you guys, but I found the most beautiful chandelier on the side of the road yesterday. And we were on the way to lunch with my parents, my husband and I were, and I saw it on our way, but we were running late. So I'm like, oh, I hope that is still there when we come back. And to my luck, it was. It may look like junk to you, including my husband, but I am going to fix up this chandelier. I have black matte spray paint that I'm going to spray paint it with, and I'm going to put some either real candles or like electric battery powered candles in it instead of actually hooking it up. I think I will like the way that that looks better, and I'm going to try to hang it from the ceiling in here. I know this is not a finished space. This is a gross old basement. But it's my space and I want to make it inviting, so I'm really excited that that was still there and I have it to get it all fixed up. But let me stop rambling and I will show you what I'm left with, and I hope this inspires you to tackle a big project that you've been wanting to do for a long time but just felt overwhelmed with. Okay, so here's what we have. This is walking in. Still have the utility sink. I did clean this whole space right here. It was all messy. Clean that all off, and now you can actually see my workbench. So this is what I am calling organized chaos, because yes, it is a lot of stuff, but it's my stuff. It's a picture of my grandmother and my grandfather there. They had this sign here hanging up in their basement when I was growing up. I've got some of my art there. And my husband put this pegboard up for me. So I've got this Southern Comfort lamp right here. It's actually made out of a Silco bottle. My grandfather made that lamp. So I brought that home to put on my craft bench. This little car is his. I could go on and on. I've got a lot of their stuff down here. So this is all cleaned up and organized now. I know it probably may look like a mess to some people, but compared to what it was, it's all cleaned and organized. I've got all of my supplies there, my paints, my glues, my wreath making stuff, my stuff for wood burning, stuff for my daughter like Play-Doh and kinetic sand and slime making things and stickers and just you name it. I've got my Christmas bin, and then I've got this bin here that's full of like old wood things that I've started and have not finished. And picture of my Gramps and me and my Uncle Don and my brother when I was little. And then this whole, I know it's probably hard to see with the lighting, but this whole space is clean now. And when I turn around, I don't have any of my craft things on this shelving unit anymore. It's still dirty. I didn't clean it. I just was focusing on my craft stuff for now. So we have several other parts of the basement that we need to clean and get organized and paint and dry lock. But I'd say this is a pretty good start. So that is it. It took me several hours, plus I took a break to watch the Bills win and take a little nap. But I am so glad that this project is done, because now I feel like I can actually come down here and craft. Up until the 25 days of Christmas, I had not crafted for a very long time because I was so overwhelmed with the mess and even coming down here to get started that I just didn't. I didn't craft at all. Plus, I was busy with a million other things and gardening and just all the things. So I'm so happy that this space is done now. It was a slow start, and I honestly did not know if I was going to come back down here after the game today. I'm so glad I did. So I'm glad you stuck it out with me, and I apologize for my poor lighting. I have a lot more organizing to do, so if this is something that you guys are interested in, I would be happy to share and inspire. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all really soon.